Would you like one of my flowers?
In all the world, there is only one Hollywood. And in Hollywood, there is only one Universal Studios. Known as the entertainment center of the world, Universal is the home of what has grown to become the fifth most popular man-made tourist attraction in existence, the Universal Studios Tour. Here, the largest movie-making facility on Earth opens its doors and allows visitors to go behind the scenes and see how their favorite movies and television shows are actually made. This year, the tour is celebrating its 20th anniversary. It's a far cry from the scene that existed back in 1915 when Carl Laemmle founded Universal Studios on a 230-acre chicken ranch in the San Fernando Valley and allowed visitors to watch the pioneers of the industry make movies. He charged 25 cents, gave them a box lunch and seats in the bleachers. They were encouraged to cheer or boo the actors, as the movies were silent and they could make all the noise they wanted. But with the advent of sound in the early 20s, that could no longer be allowed, and the studio doors were closed to visitors. In the mid-60s, however, the studio executives Jules Stein, Lou Wasserman, and Al Dorskin decided to bring the tour concept back as the centerpiece of a major tourist attraction. They called in many top consultants and experts, such as art director Harper Goff.
Lou Wasserman said, if we can break even on it, well, let's go ahead, because that's all I want to do. Imagine the goodwill that we will develop by inviting an eager public that all they want to do when they get to California is to go through a studio. And here is a studio that is opening their arms to them instead of shutting the doors to them.
With the decision to go ahead, plans were drawn up, models made, construction of facilities to handle the tourists launched, and landscaping initiated on the lot, which had now grown to 420 acres, containing 36 sound stages and a huge back lot.
It was a major effort at all levels within the company, and people really did get behind this struggling little business, and today it's a major profit center for the company, as well as a spokesman for the entire film industry, I believe.
In 1964, the tour officially opened its doors with the company's chairman, Jules Stein, a host of executives, dignitaries, and actor Jack Lord on hand at dedication ceremonies. As the tour's first general manager, Barry Upson, recalls, it was a very small operation in the beginning.
I think we had 3 drivers, 3 guides, a ticket seller, a couple of secretaries, and me. We determined that we weren't going to advertise at all. And it was agreed that we would call Luella Parsons and simply say that Universal Tour was now open. And by calling this number, you can see a studio. For the next year, we didn't spend, to my knowledge, 10 cents on advertising.
It didn't take long for the tour to catch on, for Universal was the only studio that allowed visitors to learn so much about the world's most glamorous business. They were fascinated to see such things as a demonstration on how movie stuntmen stage fights without suffering a scratch, how the makeup artists create their magic, how the animal trainers get such cooperation, and what a movie backlot really looks like. While advertising might not have seemed important in the beginning, as the tour grew, Universal called on some of its biggest names to spread the word.
Good evening. You know who I am. I'd like to tell you about Universal Studios Tour. They have sets, stuntmen, action, special effects.
Well, we're now leaving
Stars.
our entering our back lot. This is known as Colonial Street.
You do meet the strangest people on the tour.
Since it began, countless celebrated guests have come to see how the magic is created. In 1968, its 4th year of operation, the tour's 3 millionth visitor was welcomed by the stars of Adam 12. Shirley MacLaine greeted Princess Margaretha of Sweden. The following year, Pat Nixon and Julie Eisenhower were here. In the 70s, Secretary of State Kissinger and Soviet Ambassador Dobrynin took the tour and tested some of Universal's trick props. On a soundstage, Dean Martin paused to say hi, as did Rock Hudson. LBJ's daughter, Lucy Nugent, brought her children and visited with Universal's legendary costume designer, Edith Head. A tour group met John Wayne, while a Hong Kong delegation talked with Marlon Brando. Throughout its history, the tour has hosted visitors from virtually every country in the world. And not surprisingly, some have even tried to snitch some souvenirs.
Two ladies came on this stage, spotted some horse droppings, thought they were a day old, thought they were props, literally picked them up, put them in their purse as a souvenir. Did it very slyly, like they were trying to get away with something. And we didn't say a word to them. They carried them away with them.
This year, as the tour celebrates its 20th birthday, it will welcome its 40 millionth visitor. He or she will see that it's vastly different than the tour the first guest took, for it is constantly changing. On one of the most photographed sets in the world, Universal's New York Street, where Redford and Newman filmed The Sting and Clint Eastwood played Dirty Harry, visitors will learn how a giant tarpaulin was constructed to cover the entire 6-block-long set for the filming of Walter Hill's new movie, Streets of Fire. Most of the action takes place at night, and with the cover, the film could be made during the normal 9-to-5 working day. With special effects playing such an important role in today's movies, the tour is right up to date. This 12,000-gallon flash flood threatening the tram was first used as a set in the film Earthquake. The Jaws attraction is based on the huge success of the Steven Spielberg thriller. Certainly the most ambitious and complex exhibit ever opened on the tour is Conan. Based on the hit movie, this high-tech spectacular containing pyrotechnics and laser effects with live actors requires 2 computers to operate. It took 700 technicians almost a year to design and perfect. Since its very beginnings, the Universal Studios tour has opened the door to the movie maker's secrets. And in a business where it's impossible to predict if a movie or TV series will succeed, the studio's gamble that the tour would pay off has proven to be one of the wisest investments in its history.
94% of the people who have taken the tour, there have been almost 40 million of them who've taken the tour, recommend it strongly to their friends and relatives, and we're very proud of that record.
Anytime you got nothing to do, lots of time to do it, come up.